why US is not allowing Israel to retaliate back on Iran. What's the biggest reason behind this that Israel is still not responding to Iran so precisely? Like, this was absolutely crazy when Iran hit almost 200 ballistic missile on Israel, especially in the main cities. So let's come back to this and let's speak fairly that first of all, how this all started. Point. This all started from somewhere, right? Yes, Iran says that they killed Nasrallah and that's the revenge that they're trying to take that. And now Israel says Nasrallah was a terrorist. According to them, it was a terrorist and they were trying to clean up the terrorism. Okay, understand the point of view, right? Now, but Iran also has one problem with Israel, that when they were just fighting in Palestine, even that revenge, they want to take it out. But why they were fighting? Again, let's not go in deep. Of course, because they were trying to kill terrorism, but also, apart from that, a lot of civilians died. Cities were destroyed. So it's not really a fair fight. So I cannot really tell that it was terrorism fight. It was something else also involved. So let's come back to why US is not allowing Israel to attack on Iran. Because there are so many nuclear facilities in Iran spread it out all throughout the land in Iran. So that's the reason if they attack, so probably the case might become much and much worse. Plus also the oil price might shoot up much higher, and in US the inflation might go much higher, which Joe Biden is very, very worried about, that he doesn't want the economy to get into problems, right? Of course, this is one of the point that what Joe Biden is thinking. But let's assume that, or not let's assume, actually this is the reality, that Iran is building, or they will build within 48 hours nuclear weapons. So for whom? For Israel. Because when they come on this point, it'll be very hard for Israel to retaliate back, because already the nuclear weapons are right on the hand, right on the button of Iran. So they're all against Israel, right? But if they will have nuclear weapon ready, Iran, of course, the Middle East region will become unstable. Saudi Arabia wants one, Emiratis wants one, Bahrain, Qatar, everyone wants one. Why? Because for their security reasons, because they don't want only Iran to have that nuclear weapon and all of them they're just sitting like a monkey. No, they don't want that. They want either peace, stability. Of course, if one has nuclear, everyone should have nuclear. So the game is, of course, when they use that, that's the game over. So anyways, let's come back to the point. Iran is preparing nuclear bombs, nuclear weapons within 48 hours just to be in a safe side, to retaliate back very strongly on Israel, because Iran promised one thing to Israel, that they will wipe out Israel totally. So this is getting nasty and worse. So let's see where this fight honestly really goes, because these guys are just fighting like two kids are fighting in the classroom. So that is becoming the worst and worst and worst every single second, minute, day by day. It's becoming worse. They can sit, they can talk. But again, when Iran will have those nuclear weapons absolutely ready, the position of Israel, the point of view of Israel will change towards Iran totally, because they will be attacking Iran with very precisely and tactically. Now Iran will become one of the superpower in Middle East by having nuclear weapon. But this doesn't mean Israel cannot have one. Of course, Israel will retaliate back in way or another, but because Netanyahu promised one thing to Iran, that they will punish Iran very, very badly, and they have to take the punishment what they did to Israel by attacking with almost 200 ballistic missiles. So Let me know in the comment below where this war is heading, and I think US will never allow Israel to retaliate back on Iran. But I think so if it also allows, that will be very big problem for US itself, for the economy, for the oil prices. This is the biggest concern for the US, and the instability in Middle East, which we don't want. No one wants that, right? Absolutely no one wants. On the other hand, of course, Trump just keeps on chanting only one simple thing, that he will settle this war within 24 hours or whatever. Doesn't matter. So let's come to the point. Everyone is trying to settle this war. Even Kamala Harris, even Donald Trump, everyone is trying to settle this war. But also two sides are very stubborn, Iran and also Israel. I cannot say both are so clean and nice. Iran has its own drawbacks, Israel has its own drawback. So they both want something from each other. They both are fighting for the power in the Middle East. This is the whole point, that they both are fighting for the power in the Middle East. The day when they will stop fighting for the power in the Middle East, that's the day probably it will be peace. Netanyahu says very clear that they are trying to protect the Iranian citizens, and now they were telling to Lebanon citizens that they were trying to protect Lebanon citizens. Before that, he said the same. He was trying to protect Palestinian citizens. So what the hell is this? He's repeating the same stuff. He doesn't want people to count on his war crimes, but he is chanting the same stuff, but killing thousands and thousands of civilians, and no one takes accounts of this. Let's be fair enough. I'm not talking about who is right and wrong. I'm talking about civilians are getting killed. That's really crazy, because if you wipe out the population of this world, there is no taste on this world, honestly, to live or do business or to trade or to exchange cultures or this kind of stuff, because wiping out the population is the worst thing in the entire world. That's the reason Donald Trump doesn't want wars. He wants the population to thrive, to go forward, to do their stuff, to live their dreams, to live normal lives. So let's stop here and let me know in the comment below, what do you think, how US will guide Israel to retaliate on Iran? And from my point of view, it will retaliate, but not on the nuclear facilities. But if it has to attack on nuclear facilities, that will be danger. But on the other hand, the second point is they might remove the leadership directly from the Iran, like they did from to Nasrallah. So this can be highly possible that Israel might go for this kind of point of view to remove the leader of Iran. So that would be game-changing in Middle East. So let's wait and watch what will happen in next 24 hours, and we will come out with a greatest news. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, help the channel to grow more and more, so even other people can also watch. Thank you so much, and like the video. Bye-bye.